Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. A fight outside a Sioux Falls bar is now being investigated as a homicide. Police say 43-year-old Shane Berger was hospitalized following an incident at the Gateway Lounge. According to his obituary, Berger died in the hospital on November 10th. Initially, investigators weren't sure if he had fallen or died as a result of a fight. Police say his autopsy is now complete and the coroner determined he died of a homicide and it was the result of a fight. Police have interviewed several people in connection with the case, but at this point, there have been no arrests. Also new this midday, a central Sioux Falls traffic stop turned up guns and drugs and led to 3 arrests. Police say the driver was wanted, so they stopped his car around 2 a.m. Inside, they allegedly found meth and 2 guns. One of them had been stolen from an unlocked car in September. The driver and the passengers all face drugs and weapons charges. All 3 men have criminal histories. We have an update to a New Year's Eve fatal crash. On Saturday, December 31st, a few hours before the new year, 57-year-old William Pigg collided into 40-year-old Rebecca Earl. Pigg suffered life-threatening injuries. He has charges pending against him. Rebecca Earl from Canton was pronounced dead at the scene. South Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating the crash. Turning to weather, we have fog lifting this midday. Let's check in with meteorologist Brian Carsons, who joins us now. Good afternoon, Brian.
Yes, good afternoon, Dan, and good afternoon, everyone. Our forecast today, overall here, fair skies. We've got some passing high and mid-level clouds coming back into the picture downtown Sioux Falls. We've been holding at about 25 most of the morning. The wind speeds at this hour, not too bad at about 5 to 10, so overall, we'll take it. And we see temperatures on the maps. Aberdeen now up in the middle 20s and upper 20s in Pierre and Chamberlain at 28, Rapid City at 36. The dominant story now for the progression of the afternoon, this north wind, which is kind of steady, running about 10 to 15, maybe even a little more than that now in Aberdeen and Sisseton. And then we'll be kind of watching those numbers on the peak winds and occasionally even towards Sioux Falls. By late in the day, we'll be closer to 20 to 30 at times. So just a little bit of patchy blowing and drifting snow cannot be ruled out as a result. But it also will help to scoot the fog off the weather maps. We're about done with that. We still have a couple of residual spots like Brookings Airport and also down in Spencer, Iowa, reporting half-mile visibility still at this hour. Our forecast today, those temperatures mid and upper 20s, and that north wind as noted, running 10 to 20 from Aberdeen to Sioux Falls. Now, we are expecting a cool down, temporary, and not a big one, the next couple of days. The weekend is looking better, so we're going to get into that subject. And then next week, a little more active at times, so make sure you watch for that too, coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Brian. The Closet in Sioux Falls is part of the Foster Network, clothing kids in foster care from head to toe. The organization served over 700 kids last year, nearly double the previous record, and the need for donations, volunteers, and new foster families will only grow in 2023.
More foster families means less kiddos in every home, I feel like. And so that means just healthier kids, better attachments, better relationships, healthier families.
We'll tell you what a proposal made by South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem during yesterday's State of the State address would mean for foster families tonight on KELOLAND News. The FAA has lifted the ground stop that is responsible for major delays at U.S. airports nationwide today. The agency says flights are resuming gradually. It follows an overnight outage of a computer system that provides safety information to flight crews. Michael George reports from LaGuardia Airport in New York.
The dreaded delayed sign greeted travelers as they arrived at airports across the country Wednesday morning after the FAA ordered all departing flights grounded for several hours following an outage of one of its computer systems.
This morning when we woke up, we heard the news, so we thought we're just going to rent a car and not fly.
The agency says the problem was an outage to its Notice to Air Mission System, or NOTAMs. It provides safety information to pilots. President Biden says he was briefed on the situation by Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
I just spoke to Buttigieg. They don't know what the cause is.
President responded, "We don't know," when asked about the possibility of a cyber attack, though the White House earlier said there's no evidence of a cyber attack. While the ground stop has been lifted, there's still a ripple effect that could last throughout the day as things slowly return to normal. Thousands of flights have been delayed and hundreds canceled.
We're going to be optimistic, but, hopefully they get everything up and running.
We've been delayed 3 times.
Tamara Williams is trying to get to Miami for a connecting flight to Costa Rica.
There are no more flights leaving today that would get us there on time, nor tomorrow, nor Friday.
This is the latest headache for U.S. travelers following flight cancellations over the holidays because of winter storms and a massive Southwest Airlines service disruption. Michael George, CBS News, LaGuardia Airport, New York.
Rapid City Regional Airport has resumed their normal operations after the FAA outage affected their service as well. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin has been discharged from the hospital and is heading home. Hamlin returned to Buffalo on Monday after being treated at University of Cincinnati Medical Center following his collapse on field during a game against the Cincinnati Bengals on January 2nd. The 24-year-old from Pennsylvania spent a week at the UC Medical Center where he experienced what doctors are calling, quote, a remarkable recovery.